Hey everybody, let's talk about sketching your word mark. Now, there are several core skills for any graphic designer that they need to have, and that has to do with your design process. And the beginning of the process should be the same no matter what your project is. And the first thing you have to do is research. Now, you've already seen a tutorial about the Envision mood board and how to add things to that. But I did want to add there are a lot of places you can go and look for that research, that inspiration. Instagram, Pinterest, Behance, Dribbble, go outside, look around, look at signage that you already see, or just anything that you see in your daily life. You never know what's going to spark some creativity in you. So just keep your eyes open, take a picture of it if you can't grab it off of your computer screen, and then drag it into that mood board in Envision. We will do a mood board for each project that we do, and that really helps solidify. You start to see some definite styles and things emerging when you do that. The second thing that you have to do after your research, once you've gotten that inspiration and you're starting to get an idea of what you want to do, you have to start sketching. As a graphic designer, you have to be able to think creatively. And one of the best ways to do that is through sketching. Now, sketches are just rough drawings, and designers use them when they meet with people who are not designers. And it is all about being able to communicate what it is you're thinking about. This is a series of sketches for some magazine layouts. But if I didn't do these kind of sketches beforehand, it's harder for me to communicate what I am talking about when I talk to other people. So the drawings don't have to be perfect. It is just about getting your ideas down on paper. And that brings me to the next thing, because when people do start sketching, they usually are thinking, oh, I'm not an artist, I'm not creative, I'm embarrassed to show you. And that is not the point of sketching. Sketching is to get those options down on the paper, because you never know, when you see one thing, it might lead you to something else, and on and on. And as a designer, when you're dealing with a client, you always create more options than you deliver, always. So basically, for every 12 sketches, you might come up with 2 or 3 things that you like and you think are worth trying to then sit down at the computer and make them become a reality. One of my very favorite designers, and I have a lot of them, but this guy, Aaron Draplin, is absolutely one of my favorites. He has a very distinctive style. As you can see, he's a big guy. He's big and tall and bearded. He is very distinctive. His work, as you can see, it's like him. It's big and bold and in your face. Few colors, simple shapes. Very clear visual messaging coming across. He has designed so many things, and when you see his work, you start to recognize it. He has a book about his designs. He started out as a snowboard designer, and you can see the pages inside that book. You can see some of the big logos, and also he's designed a stamp also, which is pretty cool. He has that same approach to everything that he's doing, no matter who the client is. And the reason I am putting a spotlight on this guy, he always he's very generous with sharing his design process. Some designers are like, nope, it's all behind this closed door and you don't get to see what I do. I just magically produce beautiful things. But he does a lot. You can look him up online. He does a lot of stuff, and he's funny and he's loud and he's kind of crazy, and I really love what he does. But sketching is a big part of what he does. So the next thing you have to do after you watch this I am going to make you watch another video, but you only have to watch about the first 6 minutes and 45 seconds of the video. And it is Aaron Draplin takes on a logo design challenge. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can. It's about 15 minutes. It's not long. There is the link for it. You can look it up by that name on YouTube and find it, or I have a link to it in Blackboard. I want you to watch that, and I want you to see how he approaches the sketching process. It is fast, and his mind just works a million miles an hour, and you will see how he approaches it. So I don't want you to be too precious about it and think they have to be perfect, because they don't. I want you to just start sketching. We're going to have to do this for every project that we do, so just get used to it. It's something that we do, and the point is to get those ideas down. You have to start sketching ideas for your own Wordmark, whether it's initials or your first and last name or initials and your name, however you want to do it. The more, and try everything. Just try every option there. Do your initials in your name, do just your name, first and last, whatever it is. The more you create, the more options you have. If you have a first name that is, you have two first names, say, there's a lot of people in the South that like that double name thing. So if you go by that, use that. If you don't, use your first name. Don't necessarily feel like you have to make that part of your Wordmark. If it's not what you go by and it's not really who you are, then think about what it is you want to portray, because I want you to keep in mind what qualities you want to convey about yourself. Athletic, creative, serious, stylish, classic, modern, whatever it is, weird, I don't care. Whatever it is, try it. Try it as many ways as you can. You cannot do too many. You really can't, because the more you sketch, the more you might try something and go, ooh, I hate that. Or you might go, oh, but that's kind of interesting. I wonder if I did this. And you start to get a direction going. All right. So remember, you need to create more options than you deliver. So for every 12 sketches, I want you to pick your top 3. All right. Really, seriously, your top 3. And you can do more than 12. You can do as many, but you have to do at least 12. At least. I want you to do as many as you possibly can. Stick on a sheet of paper, whatever it is, several sheets of paper. You cannot do too many. All right. So indicate which ones are your favorites. Circle them, put a check mark by them, something so I can tell what they are. And then I want you to use your phone, lay that piece of paper down somewhere with good light, and make sure it's in focus. Take a picture of it with your iPhone. All right. And then I need you to email me at elkellum@olemiss.edu. In the subject line, I want you to put homework sketches. I want you to write in the email those 3 words that you came up with to describe yourself from your InDesign homework. Right? I made you come up with 3 words to describe yourself. And if you're not sure what those words are, then you need to start calling people. Call your family, call your friends, whatever it is, but say, hey, when you think of me, what do you think of? What words come to mind? And you'll start to see a pattern emerge. All right. So I want you to attach the photo of those sketches, and you can take more than one photo. You want to zoom in on it, on certain things, that's fine. I need to see the photos, and I need to be able to see your word marks, because I'm not seeing you in person. So we got to do this electronically. The deadline to get those to me is Friday, September 4th by noon. All right. So let's review. You got to watch that video of Aaron Draplin doing his sketching process. It's like the first 6 minutes and 45 seconds. You can watch all of it if you want, but you don't have to. Start sketching. No less than 12 designs. Pick your top 3. I want you to take a picture of all of your sketches, and then if you want to zero in on the ones that you really like especially, that's great. email those to me along with 3 words that you use to describe yourself. Subject line is sketching homework, and they are due Friday, September 4th at noon. If you have any questions, send me an email and let me know.